Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wealthy Life, a channel for your personal growth, awakening, and financial wisdom. Are you really working harder or just running faster in circle? That's the uncomfortable question that many of us need to face. The phenomenon of involution, or endless self-consuming competition, has become the silent pressure cooker in schools, offices, and even online. But why is it happening? Why do we feel like no matter how much effort we put in, we're still standing still? Let's dive into psychology, the root causes, and the way out through real stories, sharp insights, and timeless wisdom. What is involution, and why is everyone caught in it? Involution isn't about growth. It's about intensification without progress. Picture 5 people digging a hole. Instead of expanding the site, they all start digging in the same spot. The result? They go deeper, faster, together, but not forward. Sound familiar? In school, students spend sleepless nights cramming just to outperform each other by 0.1 points. At work, employees respond to emails at midnight, not because they want to, but because everyone else is doing it. Online, creators post daily, compete for algorithm attention, and burn out trying to stay relevant. But here's the kicker. No one truly wins. The prize is often just a right to keep competing at an even more exhausting level. Why do we fall into this trap? 1. Scarcity mindset. We're raised to believe that there are only limited seats at the table. Top schools, promotions, love, success. So we hustle harder, not smarter, believing the pie is fixed. The fear of missing out drives irrational competition. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel writes, "Doing well with money has a little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave." The same is true for success. 2. Cultural pressure and comparison. As long as value is measured in how busy or productive someone is, society rewards overwork. We romanticize burnout and label rest as laziness. Remember the movie Whiplash? Andrew drums until his hands bleed, not for joy, but for validation. His obsession reflects our fear of being not enough unless we overperform. 3. Lack of clarity on personal goals. Most people don't pause to ask, what am I really chasing? So we borrow society's goals, more money, prestige, likes. Without personal direction, we get swept into others' definitions of success and their games. Let me tell you a story from real life. Jack Ma's wake-up call. Alibaba founder Jack Ma once told young workers, "Don't compete with the best. Learn from them." In his early career, Jack Ma tried to match Western tech giants on their turf. He realized quickly, outcompeting Amazon or Google in their game was a trap. Instead, he leaned into what they ignored, China's small businesses, and built a different empire. What's the lesson learned? Escape the race by changing the field. Another story for you, Zhuangzi's useless tree. In Zhuangzi's Taoist writings, there's a tale of a giant, twisted tree. It's what is too knotty for carpentry. Useless, right? Yet because no one cuts it down, it grows tall and free. Zhuangzi says, everyone knows the usefulness of the useful, but no one knows the usefulness of the useless. In a world obsessed with utility and outcomes, being useless can be freedom. What if choosing not to compete is the most strategic move? So what's the cost of involution? Let's be real. Involution doesn't just waste time. It erodes well-being, mental exhaustion, anxiety, burnout, depression, loss of creativity. Innovation dies when fear drives action. Shallow connections. Collaboration turns into comparison. Delayed joy. Life becomes a waiting room for future success. Do you want to spend your best years optimizing slideshows or defending a job title that doesn't align with who you are? Here is the escape routes on how to stay out of the vortex. 1. Define your own metrics. Stop playing a game you never agreed to. Ask, what does success really mean to me? If no one were watching, what would I be doing? What's enough for me financially, emotionally, and creatively? A friend of mine quit her high-paying law job to open a bookstore cafe. Everyone thought she was crazy. 2 years in, she says she finally sleeps well and smiles without guilt. 2. Play infinite games. Simon Sinek's The Infinite Game teaches us that real success isn't about winning. It's about continuing to play. Don't just climb a ladder. Ask, is this a game worth playing for life? Is the process sustainable, meaningful, joyful? People who build enduring careers often opt out of toxic competition and build ecosystems, networks, communities, legacies. 3. Prioritize rest and focus. Rest isn't a reward. It's part of the strategy. As Olympic coach Dan Pfaff said, fatigue masks fitness. If you're always tired, you don't know how good you can be. Turn off notifications. Say no to performative busyness. Rediscover deep work and even deeper rest. 4. Shift from scarcity to collaboration. What if success isn't zero-sum? What if lifting others also lifts you? One of the most powerful quotes from Adam Grant's Give and Take is, "The most meaningful way to succeed is to help others succeed." The best people don't hoard opportunities. They create them. When to stay in, when to get out. Sometimes we have to compete to win scholarships, launch startups, or survive. But ask yourself, is this temporary or forever? Am I growing or just surviving? What's the end game? You don't need to quit everything and go off-grid, but you do need to ensure you're not sacrificing your soul for someone else's scoreboard. A final story, the farmer and the runner. A corporate runner brags to a village farmer about how he wakes at 5 a.m., tracks his KPIs, and multitasks all day. The farmer smiles and says, "I wake with the sun, plant what feeds my family, and sleep when I'm tired. I don't run fast, but I reach where I need to." The runner looks confused. "But what if someone overtakes you?" The farmer shrugs. "Where I'm going, there's no race." You don't have to run faster. You just need to know where you're going and why. The greatest rebellion in today's hyper-competitive world? Choosing peace over pressure, meaning over medals, purpose over performance. Next time you feel the pull of involution, ask, is this making me better or just busier? Because the true winners are not those who fight the hardest, but those who know when to walk away. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into life, work, and freedom from toxic hustle culture. Comment below. Have you ever stepped away from a competition that wasn't worth it? What happened next?